Good day, everyone. Before we begin, have you ever wondered why people create art? Is it just for decoration or is there something deeper behind it? As a group, we're here to share with you our report about the functions of art and the non motivated functions of art. We'll talk about the different reasons why art is made, whether to express feeling, send a message, or simply to be enjoyed. Let's start by understanding what these functions really mean and why they're important. The objectives are determine the function of art including personal, social, physical, motivated, and non-motivated functions. Second is explain how non-motivated functions are of art express emotions, ideas, or beauty without a practical purpose. Lastly is appreciate and reflect on how artworks serve various purposes in daily life, culture, and personal expression. The functions of art refer to its practical and intended uses, which vary depending on art form and its context. Architecture is highly functional, serving specific purposes, while painting, sculpture, and crafts may narrate events, portray people, or serve a practical needs. All art has a purpose, but its functions can only be understood within its proper context, considering factors like time period, culture, location, and the artist's intent. Misinterpreting art without context can lead to misunderstanding its true meaning and value. From the very beginning, arts have been part of human history. It describes, defines, and deepens the human experience. In the prehistoric period, for example, peoples performed songs and dances to gratify their ancestors. Likewise, hunters brushed different figures on the walls of caves to depict their day-to-day experiences. Arts also serve several functions which are item outcome to its purpose, namely personal, social, cultural, physical, economic, political, historical, and aesthetic functions.
The first function is personal function. An artist may create a piece out of a need for self-expression or gratification. They might also or instead want to communicate a thought or point to the viewer. Sometimes an artist is only trying to provide an aesthetic experience both for self and viewers. So it means that art can be a form of self-expression. Artists sometimes create works to let out their feelings, express ideas, or even just to feel fulfilled. Others might want to share a message or make the viewer think or feel something. Sometimes the goal is just to make something beautiful that brings joy or meaning to both the artist and the audience. All of these are part of the personal function because the art is created based on the artist personally wants to say or feel. So it means that every artwork has meaning and every song carries meaning based on the artist's emotion. So as you can see, there are three image. So the first image is called The Wounded Deer by Frida Kahlo. Kahlo's painting often explored her personal struggles, including her difficult marriage, her health issue, and her cultural heritage. So the next is the Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. So it is a famous painting and it reflects his turbulent inner world, particularly his struggles with mental health and his deep connection to nature and the cosmos. And lastly is The Scream, so by Edvard Munch. So it described the painting as being inspired by a personal encounter with a terrifying, overwhelming feeling or of anxiety and despair, so which he later described as the scream of nature. Next slide.
So the second function is social function, wherein man associates with other through his art performances that arouses social consciousness. And art is not just something we enjoy alone, it also brings people together. And when people take a part in artistic activities like singing in a choir or performing in a dance group, or even participating in public art projects, they um, they form a social connections, and these shared experiences help us to build relationships, to express our ideas, and to raise awareness about an important social issues. Like as you can see on the picture, it shows a choral singing together that teaches us teamwork and harmony, um teach us teamwork and harmony, and a group who dances together that allows us to express our emotions and culture together, and a public art exhibits or mural that can share powerful messages about our community identity or social justice. And art therefore became a tool for social communication that helps people understand each other and to work together, and also to reflect on what's happening in our society. Next slide.
So the third function is political function. So art provides a forum for ideas that relate to employment, prestige, status, and power. So the political function of art involves expressing political ideas, beliefs, or agendas. So it can be used to influence public opinion, support campaigns, or promote societal change. It also means using creative expression to communicate political messages. So artists and politicians often use visual art, music, and performances to raise awareness about political issues or support campaigns. So as the images shows, the examples of this are the election posters and campaign materials. So politicians use graphic designs and slogans to promote their platforms to gain their voters' trust. The next one is the political cartoons. So editorial cartoons in newspapers highlight political issues to sometimes criticize the government or mock corrupt officials. Next is the protest art. Murals, banners, and performances are used during rallies to express resistance or support for movements. Lastly, we have the songs and music videos. So musicians create songs with political themes such as Tatsulok by Bamboo or Bayan Ko, which are known for inspiring patriotism and activism. Next slide. Next po.
Okay. Next, economic function. Any art production will definitely involve money. Reproduction of any artworks that would still become the highest paid, or even the reproduction of songs by great singers like Michael Jackson, Celine Dion, and Whitney Houston will gain millions of dollars. So this means that through art you can earn money. You can sell your artwork to make an income. It is a very important part in supporting the economy of a country or region. So art brings income through things like selling paintings, music, crafts, and tickets to performances or exhibitions, and it's called direct contributor. So it creates jobs for artists, performers, designers, and other creative workers. So as we can see that making art often needs money. For example, famous singers like Michael Jackson, Celine Dion, and Whitney Houston still earn millions today because of through YouTube they can earn money because of their million viewers. And next, film industries that spent millions of pesos for the production. J.K. Rowling, the author of the best-selling Harry Potter series, become one of the most highly paid women in the British history. So The film industry also spends big money to make movies, but successful ones can earn even more. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. So if you want to write your own books, then you can sell it just like in Wattpad. So there are many stories that publish in a personal books, and yeah, they can sell it through online, so that the readers can buy their books.
Historical functions. Art is an essential technique for information to be recorded and preserved. It serves to document or reconstruct historical figures and events. Most arts that are in museums for who brought us the treasures. By by looking at the work of art scholars, materials, and symbolism, we can learn about the story and culture that produced it in the past. Art serves as a vital tool for recording, preserving, and interpreting the past. Throughout history, visual art has functioned as a medium through which societies document significant events, figures, and cultural values. Whether through paintings, sculptures, or artifacts, art offers tangible evidence of historical narratives and collective memory. Works of art housed in museums often reflect the legacy of past civilizations, capturing the essence of who created or owned them and the context in which they were made. By analyzing aspects such as color, composition, material, and symbolic content, historians and viewers alike can gain insight into the values, beliefs, and social structures of previous eras. In this way, art not only reflects the historical moments of its creation, but also helps to reconstruct the stories of individuals and cultures that may no longer exist. Next slide, please.
Sixth function is cultural function. Art plays a crucial cultural function by expressing and reflecting society's values, beliefs, and history. It serves as a way to transmit knowledge and traditions across generations, build community, and enhance understanding between different groups. Art can also be used to challenge social norms, raise awareness about important issues, and promote social change. Art is not just about beauty, it also helps us express our culture, share important values, and keep our traditions alive. Art is used to communicate cultural values and ideas across generations. Um, it helps it in transmitting knowledge about a place, people, or a way of life. There are functions of cultural functions. Um, Preservation of culture. Example, indigenous weaving patterns in the Philippines. Uh, art art helps keep old traditions alive. It shows unique designs passed down from generation to generations. These patterns are not just decorations. They carry stories, beliefs, and identities of the indigenous communities. Second is education. For example, murals showing historical events such as such as the painting Filipino struggles through history, or also known as the history of Manila. Art teaches us about history and values. It is a series of paintings which describes different and important events from Philippines history. By looking at this painting, people, especially students, can learn about the past, understand what Filipinos went through, and feel proud of their heritage. So this means that art becomes a tool for educations instead of just reading facts from books. People can see and feel history through visual. Third one is identity and pride. For example, the Monument in Luneta Park. Art strengthens national or local identity. Uh, it also helps people feel proud of who they are and where they came from. Uh, the Rizal Monument in Luneta Park It also known as Rizal Park, a place to remember national heroes. It is an artwork that inspires patriotism. Seeing the monument can make people and feel connected to their history. And proud to be Filipino, it becomes a symbol of national identity, inspires people to value their roots. The fourth one is connection across time. For example, Spanish era churches in Manila, like the San Agustin Church in Intramuros. Um, it is the oldest surviving stone church in the Philippines. This Baroque church experienced earthquakes, wars from British invasion, Spanish-American War, World War II, and it still remains standing. Like these Spanish-era churches were served as a connection across time by preserving physical reminders of historical events, cultural blending, and community continuity. The last one is shared experience. For example, the Sinulog Festival in Cebu and Pahiyas Festival in Lucban, Quezon. Um, Art unites people through shared experience. This brings people together to celebrate faith, creativity, and community. The Sinulog Festival features colorful street dancing, music, and parades in honor of the Saint Santo Niño. Pahias Festival showcased houses decorated with rice, fruits, vegetables, and handmade crafts to thank the patron saint of farmers, San Isidro Labrador. So these festivals are examples of the shared cultural experience where people come together to celebrate and the traditions through art.
Physical function. The physical function of art can be found in artworks that are crafted in order to serve some physical purpose. The physical function of art refers to creative objects like buildings, tools, the furniture, and products that are designed primarily to be used, not just admired. But because they're made by artists or designers, they're not only functional, they're also visually pleasing and meaningful. Buildings are artistically designed and constructed to protect their occupants and make their life inside more meaningful. Architects, industrial and graphic designer, and interior decorations share responsibility to building environment that balance forms and functions. Here you can see these two pictures wherein the first picture is a Fijian war. You may assume that however wonderful that craftsmanship may be, it was created to perform a physical function of smashing skulls. Here in the Philippines, the jeep, it served as a transportation for the people living in other places or going on other places. This I and as you can see in here in the Philippines, the jeepney is not only artistically made. It has different kinds of colors, shapes, and it is pleasing to the eye. These items serve as practical purpose, um, making life easier to see or make it more connected to the artwork that we put it on. Yeah. While simultaneously embodying artistic design, blending usefulness and beauty into our everyday environment. Next.
So for the last function of art, we have the aesthetic function. Any art means beauty. It is visual spice for gracefully adorned interiors and can bring out the most elegant features of different decor elements. It reasonably reproduces visual images which communicate through fantastic persuasions and meaningful words. And the aesthetic function of arts focuses on beauty and in visual appeal. And this means that art is created not just to inform or express ideas, but also to delight the senses, especially our eyes. It makes things look attractive, elegant, and pleasing. Like for example, a beautifully painted wall can make a room feel warm and welcoming. A sculpture or painting can turn an ordinary space into something extraordinary. Like, and also a fashion design, interior design, or decor, and visual artworks are always artists use use beauty to inspire admiration. And through the aesthetic function, arts gives us a joy and relaxation and a sense of wonder. And even if an artwork doesn't tell a story or carry a message, its forms, colors, and designs can still speak to us in meaningful ways. Next slide, please.
So now, let's talk about the non-motivated functions of art. These are the reasons art is created without a specific practical purpose. It's made simply to express or experience something deeply human. This includes our natural instinct for harmony, balance, and rhythm, our curiosity about the mysterious, the power of imagination, and the role of art in rituals and symbols. Let's take a closer look at each of these functions.
Now let's talk about the basic human instinct for harmony, balance, rhythm. Art at this level is not an action or an object, but an internal appreciation of balance and harmony, or slash beauty, and therefore an aspect of being human beyond utility. Ashanti Kenti cloth featured in Measure of Earth Textile and Territory in West Africa, opening at the African American Cultural Center Gallery on September 19 to December 18, 2013 by Gregg Museum of Art and Design. So, one of the core non-motivated functions of art lies in its connections to the basic human instinct for harmony, balance, and rhythm. Sorry for that sound anyway. At this level, art transcends practical or utili- utilitarian purposes and is instead experienced as an internal response to beauty and aesthetic order. This function reflects the inherent human capacity to appreciate symmetry, proportion, and visual cohesion, qualities that evoke a sense of pleasure and emotional resonance without requiring an external motive or objective. A compelling example of this can be seen in the Ashanti Kento cloth, as featured in the exhibition Measure of Earth Textiles and Territory in West Africa at the African American Cultural Center Gallery. The Kente cloth, with its intricate patterns and deliberate use of color and geometry, exemplifies the instinctive human appreciation for rhythm and visual harmony. So, while it holds cultural and symbolic meaning, its aesthetic impact stands on its own as a reflection of the deep human sensitivity to balance and beauty, making it a powerful representation of art as an expression of the human spirit, independent of functional or narrative aims.
Next one is experience of mysterious. Art provides a ways to experience one's self in relation to the universe. This experience may often come unmotivated as one appreciates art, music, or poetry. Um, this function of art is about how art help us connect to something deeper or greater than ourselves, like the universe or life itself. Sometimes when we look at a painting, listen to a music, or read a poetry, we feel something we can't fully explain, a sense of wonder, mystery, or awe. This feeling doesn't always come because we're looking for it. That's why it's non-motivated, but it happens naturally when we engage with art. It's like art opens a door to a deeper part of our mind and spirit. Like what Albert Einstein said, the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. Um, he meant that mystery, that deep curiosity and wonder, is what inspires great creativity and discovery. So, to summarize this experience of mysterious, it reminds us that art is not always about understanding. It is also it's about feeling and discovering. Art lets us experience the beauty of the unknown, connecting us to both our inner self and the wider universe.
Experience of imagination. Art provides a means to express the imagination in non grammatic ways that are not tied to the formality of spoken or written language, unlike words, which come in sequence and each of which have a definite meaning. Art provides a range of forms, symbols, and ideas with meanings that are malleable. Art allows us to express our imagination in ways that aren't limited by grammar, language, or fixed definitions, using flexible forms, symbols, and ideas to convey meanings that words alone can't fully capture. Next po, here is an example of an expression of the imagination. Jupiter's eagle is not like logical aesthetic attributes of an object, the concept of the sublimity and majesty of creation, but rather something else, something that gives the imagination an incentive to spread its flight over a whole host of kindred representations that provoke more thought than admits of expression in a concept determined by words. They furnish an aesthetic idea which serves the above rational idea as a substitute for logical presentation, but with the proper function, however, of animating the mind by opening out for it a prospect into a field of kindred representation stretching beyond its ken. It was written by Immanuel Kant. Kant is just saying that art, like the image of Jupiter's eagle, doesn't convey a precise logical concept, but instead it awakens the imagination, sparking a rich, free flowing stream of related ideas and feelings the language alone cannot capture. Next.
So lastly, we have the ritualistic and symbolic functions. So in many cultures, art is used in rituals, performances, and dances as a decoration or symbol. While these often have no specific utilitarian or motivated purpose, anthropologists know that they often serve a purpose at the level of meaning within a particular culture. So the ritualistic and symbolic functions of art refers to its use in religious or cultural ceremonies to represent beliefs, values, and traditions. So this kind of artworks often carry deep meanings, passed down through generations, and are not created for practical use, but to express spiritual or cultural identity. So, for example, we have the Ifugao god, also called as Bulul, a carved wooden figure used in rituals to ensure a good harvest in the Cordillera region in the Philippines. Next is the tinikling dance costumes and the bamboo sticks. It is used in traditional Filipino dance rituals that celebrate culture and community. Next is the Tibuli Tinalak fabric. It is woven by the Tibuli people in Mindanao. So it is believed to be guided by dreams and used in sacred ceremonies. Lastly, we have the religious icons and saints statues. It is often seen in Christian processions. In Tagalog, it is procession and church rituals in towns and cities across the Philippines. So there, these are the images of this book. That's all po. Thank you.